Hi, my loves. Welcome to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I have from God today is put you through some stuff. The scripture comes from Deuteronomy 15:12 through 18. If any of your people, Hebrew men or women, sell themselves to you and serve you 6 years, in the seventh year you must let them go free. And when you release them, do not send them away empty handed. Supply them liberally from your flock, your threshing floor, and your winepress. Give to them as the Lord your God has blessed you. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you. That is why I give you this command today. But if your servant says to you, I do not want to leave you because he loves you and your family and is well off with you, then take an awl and push it through his earlobe into the door, and he will become your servant for life. Do the same for your female servant. Do not consider it a hardship to set your servant free, because their service to you these 6 years has been worth twice as much as that of a hired hand, and the Lord your God will bless you in everything you do. So I feel like this is a message for someone that has really been through the ringer. I feel like it even could be a situation where you have not known why you have just ended up in this servitude position for so long. Regardless to if it's a situation where you just always end up working for someone, every time you try to branch off and do something on your own, it doesn't work out the way you plan. Things just start to it just, like, I don't even know how to explain, like, it just doesn't work out the way that you expected it to, or the way that it should have. And God is saying he had to push you through these things so that you will understand when it is your turn. And I feel like this is a situation where it will be your turn. The scripture is literally called freeing servants. I feel like you are up on the moment where you are meant to be freed. And God is saying, when it is your turn to have people that are working for you, you have to remember how you were treated. If you were treated poorly, I pray that you will understand how that person feels. You know, if you're owning a business, two, as I say that, if you're owning a business and you have people working for you, you have to put forth your best effort not to be the kind of employer that will make them want to quit. You have to put forth your best effort to be the type of employer that will make them want to work for you. You know, I even, interesting enough, was talking with my dad about how I have had bad jobs and bad bosses. And it is nothing more awful than working for someone that just does not like you, or is just trying, like literally seeking to make your job as hard as they possibly can. Someone that is literally trying to make you as miserable as possible. Someone that literally puts forth every effort to try to see what it is that you like to do while you work, so that they can find something else for you to do. Something that would cause you harm or make you miserable. And I'm just saying this to say, because if you are doing that, you know, God is not going to bless you for that. God is not going to bless you and you are literally trying to make somebody else's life miserable. How can you expect that God is going to bless that business? How can you expect that God is going to bless that and you are sitting around trying to make somebody feel as miserable as possible? 9 out of 10, the only time I feel like people do that is when they themselves are miserable. That's the only time you seek out trying to make somebody else's life miserable. God is saying, however, if you bless them, if you bless your employees, if you bless the people that are working for you, not only is God going to bless you for blessing them, but on top of that, they're 9 out of 10 not going to want to leave. You know, we all need some kind of monetary gain. We all need some kind of employment or some kind of job, regardless if you're self-employed or if you're working for someone else. And when someone is working at a job and their boss is very kind to them, very helping, very loving, very caring, and seeks out to make them as comfortable at that job as possible. And I'm not saying that the boss should be, going out of their way, or in a sense paying the employees as much as they make, but I am saying that a boss should take out the time to make sure their employees are comfortable. If they need something, they should be there. You know, this is the kind of thing that will make an employee feel like, you know what, I could work here forever. when a boss is really going above and beyond for an employee, when a boss puts themselves, instead of being in this boss employee position, they put themselves in a friend position when they really care about you. They genuinely care about your family. They genuinely care about what you're going through. They genuinely care about you. It makes you, it just hit different from someone that's just trying to pick at you. I had this one job, y'all. When I say this lady picked on me for any and everything, and half the things was her fault. I remember I got a job, what is it called? Position change, okay, from working on the floor to working at the cash register. And I remember my first day working, I was asking her, okay, so what do I say if somebody called the phone? Do I answer the phone? And she was like, yeah, but we don't have nothing to say. Just say, welcome to such and such, and tell them your name, and that's it. Somebody from corporate calls, and I say exactly what she told me to say. Do you know this woman wrote me up because she didn't tell me what to say when I answered the phone, and I wrote that down on the in the description box. And then she tells me, well, since you don't know what to say when you answer the phone, just let it ring. So I did exactly what I was told. I just let the phone ring. What do you, and you know, then she gets mad about that and wants to write me up about that. Then she turns around and finally tells me the script of what to say. But you know, at that point, I was like, I don't even want to touch that phone, because every time y'all tell me something to do with this phone, I get rolled up for what y'all told me to do. And you know, it was at that point in time when I said it's time for me to move around. And I kept my job because I needed my money. But at the same time, I ended up finding a way better job. And eventually, it got to the point where she didn't like the fact that I had two jobs. And she was like, well, you got to let one of the jobs go. And it was so funny to me because she was saying it like I was going to leave my better paying job for that one. I was like, no, girl, bye. Okay, bye. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. But, you know, I feel like even in that sense, the point that I'm making is you do not want your employees to feel like they got to get away from you. If somebody feel like they got to run away from you, that's a problem. You will never have anybody wanting to work there. You will never have anybody wanting to work for you. You are always going to have to deal with poor customer service. You're going to have to deal with the place not looking up to par. You're going to have to deal with a lot of problems because the employees don't care. They are not happy, and they're not happy because of the employer. However, if you treat your employees with respect, you treat your employees like their family, you understand how they feel, you understand what they're going through, you will have a lot more success, not only with them, but also with God, because God is looking. God sits high and looks down low, and he knows exactly what your intentions are with everything you do. Everything. I remember I had one boss that kept on picking with me about the goddamn uniform. And I remember eventually, she told me that I could wear all black as long as it was all black. It was okay. And then she went to saying, well, you need to wear this specific kind of shirt. Meanwhile, other employees are wearing all black and she not saying nothing to them. And it kind of irritated me, you know. And I just saw that she was just nudging and picking at me specifically. And you know, these are the kind of things that make you not want to work for someone. It's the kind of things that make you like, okay, especially with that job, I only took the job because I thought I was helping her. I wasn't taking the job because I needed that job specifically. I already had a job. And I just feel like the message that God is saying with this, okay? God has put you in these positions. God has put you in a position of working for someone else. The time is up. You're no longer in that. It's like that phase of your life is over. You're stepping into a phase where you are now about to become an employer. And God is saying you need to keep in mind, how are you treating the people that are working for you? And you need to understand how the different people that you've worked for in your life, how they made you feel. When you had somebody that you worked for and they treated you good, it made you feel good. You know that it made you work better. Not to say that you were willing to just fall out everywhere over this person, but you know, good pay, good treatment, and someone that is kind and caring will make you you'll want to do more for that person. You will work harder for that person versus somebody that pay you the bare minimum, somebody that treats you like they don't care about you, and somebody that makes you feel unappreciative. When you feel unappreciated, you don't really, it's like you don't care. And we all talk about it, we all joke about it with the different fast food restaurants and the different stores, of how someone that feels appreciated, that may work at like a department store, will have the respect and the love and the care of their job, versus somebody that works at like a rinky dink store. They may not be as caring about their job. They're not going to be happy to be, they're not happy to be there. They don't feel appreciated, they don't feel love. And it's just a difference. And that's what God is saying. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.